Hello, 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 hello. All right, can you guys hear us now?
We're not buffering already, are we? Or did you do that on purpose?
I'd taken it off.
Yeah, I thought you did.
Okay. All right. So now can you hear us?
Okay, now I can mute the show because I hear you.
Now they can hear. They can hear me. Can they hear Wendy?
I don't know. Nobody can ever hear me anyway.
Try it again, Wendy.
Check, check, check.
Bounce, bounce, bounce.
Nah. So funny.
All right. I don't know why the audio didn't connect. I had to take it offline and turn it back or start streaming again for it to connect.
Yeah, we took it off. Ha.
Not sure why.
We took it offline on purpose. It wasn't buffering.
Moan a little. Ha ha! The funny guys.
So funny. Who are these people?
Guess who's back? Back again. Wendy's back. Tell a friend.
Oh, God.
Wendy's back. Wendy's back. Wendy's back. Wendy's back. Ah.
Really?
Go ahead. You break into the rap part.
See, you've got a serenade already.
Yeah.
I'm really not liking sitting on this pillow.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe I should just be my normal short self.
No, you look great.
Are we
You
on
look
camera?
great. We are.
I don't see us.
There we are.
I don't see us. Can you take me off for a second
No.
so I can get off my pillow?
No.
You're no fun.
You are perfectly fine like you are.
What's fucked up is I can't make any adjustments to my VC window.
Well, your VC for some reason still has that
The aux cam.
that two camera thing, and I don't know what the hell that's about. Squeak, what's up?
Huh.
Wow, there's a name we haven't seen in a while. Hey, it's by the way, it's Milo's birthday today.
Oh, really?
I believe so. John, how are you doing? Aaron, welcome to Shopkey. Nice to see you.
So is this
Who else? Who else did I miss?
Ooh. Ha ha ha.
Oh, you think you're so funny.
I'm getting off my pillow.
Getting off your high horse.
Let me see.
Miss Emily, hello.
Better.
Oh crap. Albie's back. Great.
He's giving me shit already.
I thought after 2 months we might have lost him.
We were actually on time. We just had audio issues.
Yeah, we were on time. It's just we had So we are back after our summer hiatus. I am glad that you guys are here tonight and welcoming us back. We did miss the show, did miss broadcasting, and the summer did go by pretty damn quick, though.
Yeah, I don't even want to think about the fact that September's like next week.
Yeah, there's so... Well, did you see that meme somebody put up that said, I can't believe it's August already, next week it's going to be September, then pumpkin season, snowfall, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year!
Yeah, just slow down.
We had a lot go on in the last couple of months.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Yeah. We had... let's see, what else? What do we had this summer? We had a new grandbaby announcement.
Yeah, that just kind of happened.
One of the kids are expecting again, so this will make grandchild number
10.
We're in double digits, Wendy, with the grandkids now.
That's
Woo-hoo!
terrifying. No.
We had a child who graduated high school.
Yep.
And then a week later went into the Army.
Yep.
What else have we had to go on?
We have one who started high school today.
One that started high school first day today. One that started kindergarten today.
No, grandchild.
Grandchild started kindergarten today.
Yeah. We have grandkids that are almost as old as our kids.
Speaking of which, here, let me show you this real quick. So, we had, like I said, Derek started kindergarten today. I don't know how well you guys can see this picture. Did you see this picture, Wendy?
I saw the picture.
You saw the picture? Wait till it comes up here. So they did this little sign up for him saying his first day of kindergarten, and he's 5 and his favorite color is red, his teacher and so and all that. And then I looked and I saw class of.
2031.
The class of 2031.
Can you freaking believe
Do
that?
you realize that by the time he graduates, 7 years after he, no, 6 years after he graduates will be my 50th high school reunion?
50.
It'll be 50 years since I graduated.
Good Lord.
I can't even imagine that. 2031, Wendy.
Yeah.
That seems like so far away. But you know, they'll end up being here like poof.
Yeah. I don't even want to. No poofing.
And as we said,
Very.
honestly, I don't feel old. That's the thing.
I feel old.
No, I don't. As we said, we had one of our sons go into the military, went in the Army, and we were just watching some videos and stuff. Watching a video of them all going through their gas mask training, you know, and going in the gas chamber and running the obstacle course and all that, and like everybody's all smiles and chipper and happy, and I'm like, what the hell happened, man? The military was nothing like that when I was in. Everybody was all serious and like terrified, you know. These kids were like, hey, waving at the camera. And
well, it was the priest, right?
it doesn't matter.
Well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's changed since when I was in. But this is our son. He's the first one there with the glasses. Normally he doesn't wear glasses. I don't know why they're making him wear glasses. And then this is him. He is the third one from the left here. He called us now twice since he's been gone. That's the other thing. So like they get to make phone calls on Sunday nights and stuff like that. And they use their own cell phone to call. I'm like, what happened to waiting in line 15, standing at attention, waiting in line at the payphone for 15 freaking minutes? Yeah, the girl on the end's like sneaking a look at the camera. Yeah, the military's just completely changed. So, but yeah, we're proud of him and excited to hear from him when he calls, and he
only gets his phone for 5 minutes, 1 day a week, and it's usually on Sunday nights. So anymore, like I have to make sure that I'm here and like in range and have the phone fully charged and ready so that I don't miss that call, because that's all we get, you know.
So he
there's still a red. What the heck is it called? There's like 3 different levels, and this is only like week 2.
Yeah.
I think he's about to start week 3 tomorrow. So this is like the very beginning. So I heard when they go into the next phase, red phase, I think it's red phase. The next phase, they get their phone for 2 hours. Yes, it is Portland, Missouri. And what I also found out is
you know what I found out?
What?
I found out that Fort Leonard Wood's nickname is Fort Lost in the Woods.
Well, that's very funny. I did hear that it's a 2-hour drive from the closest airport. So even if we fly and we land in St. Louis, we're going to have to rent a car to get to Fort Leonard Wood in the middle of December. Because he thought he was going to graduate in October from boot camp after 94 days. So we had this idea that, you know, beginning of October, we could drive out, no problem. But when he got there, we found out about a week later that he's in a program called OSUT, and they don't graduate after boot camp. They go right into their coursework, and they graduate at the end, which in this case will be somewhere between December 15th and 20th. So now we're talking about probably having to fly because we don't know if we'll be able to drive.
Callie says she's from St. Louis, and Milo says fly into Fayetteville.
I don't know. There's a lot of people.
NWA.
Huh?
I'm a big fan of NWA.
There's a lot of people talking there's a bunch of Facebook groups that I follow for his it's A787 3rd Platoon Red, and they're the Gators. So they have a Facebook group for the group, and they have a Fort Leonard Wood group. So we follow all of it, and they post pictures and videos all the time.
Yeah,
It's
Aaron.
really cool.
He said his graduation is going to be somewhere between December 15th and December 20th.
Yeah, right before Christmas. And then when he's done, when you go out for that, he'll be able to leave. Like, they have, I guess they have family day and then graduation, and then they can go home because they'll be finished. So that's kind of a good thing, but also adds to the confusion because I don't know if he's going to fly, if the Army will pay for him to fly back separate from us, or if he could just get in the car with us if we drive and come back with us.
Yeah, he's reserve training. They should be paying for him to fly back home. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
or if he drives home, he'll get paid mileage.
It's very confusing, but it's just the beginning. So.
Yeah, we're pretty excited. So.
Oh yeah, I'm super proud.
He's a good kid. He's gonna be an MP. He's coming back. His plans were, God only knows if it's going to change. His plans were to come back and he's going to start school full time, and he wants to get into something in the police field. He's just not sure what.
Yeah, he wants to study criminal justice, and he told me he wants to be a cop. So,
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so. I mean he's the one out of all of the kids that does what he says he's going to do.
Spork Life wants to know what are they watching.
That is a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever they're watching, that girl is not involved in it. She's not paying attention. See, when I was in the military, that person would have been singled out and screamed at. And
his particular
made to do
group
stuff.
Won't graduate from basic. At least there won't be a ceremony. They won't have theirs till the very end, just because of it being OSUT. It stands for something I can't remember right now.
So that's that. Yeah, our son will be graduating from basic training and all the other fun stuff sometime in December. So from school, at least in December.
Yeah.
Anyone else hear an echo from Emily?
I don't hear Emily at all.
I don't hear Emily. She probably met Wendy.
I echo all the time.
Yeah,
it's
we broadcast in the same room, so that usually always happens with us. So,
yeah, you hear me through his mic at the same time you hear me through my mic.
So all kinds of other fun things have went on in the last couple months since we were gone, and I was gonna pull up a lot of them for our week that was, but I just decided we're going to just do the last week or so instead of the last couple of months.
Oh, come on.
There was just so much. I mean, there is some stuff from the last couple of months that I am gonna go over, but not a whole terrible amount. Brother-in-law enlisted to pay for law school, came out 20 years later as a colonel, never made it to law school.
Holy shit.
I spent 8 years in, and it kills me. Like about 5 years ago, I started seeing like everybody that I was in with, having their retirement parties and all that, and I'm like, I should have stayed.
But I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
If you would have stayed in the service, I don't think I ever would have met you.
Probably not. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no telling what you'd have ended up doing.
I know, we wouldn't be together, and it would have been a whole different world. Wendy and I got to show you this. So Wendy and I, after 12 plus years of being together, 13 years now, I guess we've been together, right?
A long time.
Yeah. We kind of have just fallen into this groove where we know, what the other is thinking and know what the other wants. And like back in the day when Wendy and I first started dating, she used to send, kind of risque pictures,
No, that is a lie.
She would text me stuff. So I had said something to her the other day. I said,
there's a name for that now.
I said, you really should send me like a really sexy picture. And my wife knows me better than anybody in the world. and she sent me what has to be one of the sexiest pictures ever.
That's not it.
That's not it. It's coming up.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait. What is better than breast and bacon?
Thick cut bacon.
Thick cut bacon at that.
Hickory thick cut
Hickory
bacon.
smoked thick cut bacon.
I even made sure
And
bacon
breast.
was sticking out of
And breast.
that you could read it, so there was no mistake that it was bacon.
This is 13 years of being together. This is the sexy picture that you get now, and it's like, yeah, bacon.
Oh, he was so excited to get that too. He's like, "Is that bacon?"
Did you put bacon in your cleavage?
Oh my God.
So,
Yeah, that's. Yeah, he really liked it.
yeah, I thought it was hilarious.
He's like, "Oh my God, I'm using that on the show." I'm like, "Oh Jesus." He's like, "Where's that picture with the bacon?" Oh my God.
So let's do the week that was.
Yes.
13 days, Wendy. 2 weeks from tonight, actually.
Well, how's that 13? That should be 14.
13 days and 21 hours.
Oh.
Yeah. See, you're right, John. Bacon is good on everything, including breast. So, yes, football season kicks off. Lots going on with that, and we're going to talk about what's coming up a little bit later. Do bacon wrap boobies, but then they get all greasy and slimy, and yeah, you know, the bacon does. I mean,
And the boobs too.
So yeah, we have the return of fantasy football again this year. We are doing the Pick'em again, and I am proud to say that Guardian Angel is going to be sponsoring our Pick'em again.
Woo!
So yeah, lots going on. We'll talk about that coming up. 8 more days until season 2 of Ozark. Wendy has not seen this. We're gonna binge watch this between now and 8 days from now.
We are.
So that she can be
It's
ready
just
for
one season, right?
Yeah, this is season 2 that's coming up.
Okay.
Another show that Wendy's excited for coming up is 12 Days, Wendy. Guess what?
The Mayans.
The Mayans.
Yeah.
Wendy and I actually just watched the entire series of Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah. Boy, that was a good time.
Yeah, I went back and watched that again, and I'm surprised how much stuff we missed the first time around. Yeah. Things that we didn't remember or whatever, yeah. Browns 5-0 and game's almost over. Browns won every one of their preseason games last year, if I'm not mistaken, and still didn't win a damn regular season game. So we'll talk about that too. Another one that's coming back 33 days from now. Wendy, you were just talking about this one last night. This Is Us. I'm not ashamed to admit that I actually really enjoy this show.
He's a big
I am
crybaby.
not ashamed to admit that there has been moments watching this show where I've gotten dust in my eye, and
Yeah. You got some dust in there.
I don't know what it is about this show. It resonates with so many people. You know, I find it to be an extremely good show. So, did you just lose chat?
No.
Oh, there it is. It's back. Okay. Speaking of the Browns, Budweiser actually put victory fridges in certain Cleveland bars around town, and they are going to be unlocked whenever Cleveland wins its first game.
What?
Yep.
Oh, somebody could cut that chain so easy, though.
When the Browns win, Cleveland wins.
Oh, man.
2 things I'll say about this. 1, it's Bud Light. Is anybody really winning? And two, is beer good after 20 years?
Oh, that's oh man, that's funny. So is there a preseason game on right now? Because I'm watching people talk about scores.
Yeah, there's some preseason games going on right now. Yep.
Texans and Cowboys?
Yeah. I think the Saints play tomorrow night.
Huh.
And another thing that I thought was pretty funny is So Broncos fans actually started a GoFundMe to buy out Paxton Lynch's contract so the team can cut him. I don't know what the GoFundMe's up to right now, but you're really hated by your city when they're doing something like that.
Dude, your screen capture must have been early on in the process, because damn,
it's only $20 there. Yeah,
20 out of 600 grand.
Yeah, this I screen captured that like probably a couple weeks ago, to be honest
Jesus.
with you. So this past summer has been an extremely rainy summer up here. We've had a lot of floods and all that.
Yeah, we really needed an arc at one point.
We got some serious flooding issues here last week.
The last 2 weeks, really.
Yeah, so
yeah, it was like 3-4 straight days of ridiculous rain. All the rivers and stuff around us swelled beyond like their crest points, and like there were all these rescue things. It was like the biggest rescue in Carbon County history.
Yeah. So where Wendy and I live is really popular for whitewater rafting.
Yeah, near Jim Thorpe.
And there was all kinds of warnings, flood warnings out. Like, the news is saying how we're supposed to get torrential rain and all this. So one of the whitewater rafting companies decided to let 215 people go out onto the water.
Sharks in that water.
Apparently, within 100 yards of the launch, people were already in trouble. I guess the way the story goes is they had found a empty raft under the one bridge, so the call went out that they weren't sure if somebody went in the water or not. They got a hold of the rafting company. By this time, 55 of the 215 people had checked back in. The rest were unaccounted for. So they launched a massive search and rescue. They ended up happened to rescue 45 girls from some summer church,
like a bunch of 12-year-old girls.
Yeah, rescue them off the water. Like they were all in the water, hanging onto like trees and shit. Like this seriously could have been a massive tragedy, and they got lucky that nobody got hurt.
What's really messed up is the only time I ever rafted in that same exact place, the water was so low that we had to keep getting out to take the raft off the rocks. And it was like, I wonder what this would be like if there's actually some freaking water in here.
Yeah, actually, it's
supposed to be fun.
It's a very well-renowned whitewater rafting. I mean, it's a huge tourist attraction. People from all over the world come there to whitewater raft. But not during a damn flood, folks.
They didn't end up catching as much flack as I expected, but that could still be coming.
Yeah, I think they're going to end up having to pay for all the search and rescue. So on the way to work this morning, Wendy, I heard it's that time of year.
What time of year is that?
It is that time of year that Starbucks announced pumpkin spice coffee will be available next week. I believe Dunkin' Donuts is also going to be available next week. So keep calm and pumpkin spice everything.
Oh my God, it's too soon.
Actually,
you can't pumpkin spice till September.
Actually,
it's a law.
Well, next week is September.
Well, it's not next week yet.
Yeah. Actually, I did come up with some things that should never, ever be pumpkin spiced.
Oh, did you?
I did. So I have a few here that we'll go over.
Let me have a list.
Okay, like Doritos. You should never have pumpkin spice Doritos.
God, no.
Yeah, that would just nasty. Just taste nasty. The only thing I can think of that would possibly top how nasty that would taste would be this. There's like a little lag here, so I forget that you don't see it as quick as I do. But yeah, you should never ever have pumpkin spice spam.
Glorious spam.
Spam should never be pumpkin spice.
That is just a terrible idea.
This is another thing that would taste absolutely horrible. Crest toothpaste. Pumpkin spice Crest toothpaste.
Jeez.
How can you hate spam, John? That is like spam and roaches. They're the only thing that are going to be left after the apocalypse.
And Twinkies.
And Twinkies, yes.
Spam is a special kind of...
Fried spam sandwiches. I grew up on those, man.
Well,
I lived in a poor house, though, so...
No, yeah, spam is just disgusting.
What's up, Dom?
I mean, is it even really meat?
Who knows? Who knows?
It's worse than Scrapple in a way. Like Scrapple.
Oh, no, Scrapple's bad.
Sign me up for raw hot dogs.
And then there's things that you just don't need to add pumpkin spice to.
Use your words,
like
Jay.
Pumpkin flavored dog treats. Like, is your dog really gonna be like, wow, it's pumpkin spice season?
I think Colin would.
I think Colin would eat anything. He doesn't really care. Yeah. You should never have your sinus irrigation stuff should never be pumpkin spice either.
Oh, wouldn't that be refreshing though?
No, I don't. I think that, having pumpkins flowing in and out of your nose is probably not one of the best feelings in the world.
You should get some pumpkin spice deodorant.
And then absolutely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, this product should never have a pumpkin spice flavor.
Bacon. It burns.
This product should never, ever, ever approach pumpkin spice.
Oh, geez. Yeah, no, it really is a bad idea.
Because I have a really good feeling if you do put pumpkin spice in that, you are going to need this next product.
Oh, brother. Oh. Everything's so orange.
Well, it's pumpkin.
I was in Walmart. The last time I was in Walmart, I didn't go in today. I just got my tires filled. But the last time I went in was probably last week, and they had all of their fall stuff out. All of their, acorny stuff and all their, fall leaves and all the oranges and yellows and beautiful things that I love decorating with, but I'm just not ready. I can't do it. Cannot. I did out of Big Lots on purpose for the last month because I heard they had the back to school stuff out in July, and that they put out all the Halloween stuff already.
Probably.
It's just too soon, man.
What about pumpkin spice condoms, Wendy?
Yeah. No.
And if the condoms fail, and you end up getting something that you need a demonostat for, there's always this product.
Oh, jeez. Where do you find these things?
Google. It's a wonderful tool.
When do you find time to find these things? That's the bigger question. Is this what you do in the middle of the night?
Pumpkin spice buckshot.
Oh, my God.
So if the condom fails, you can shoot them in the ass with the buckshot.
Wait, who's shooting who now?
I don't know. So yes, it's almost pumpkin season.
Yeah.
And I did see a post up today that one of our awesome sponsors, Guardian Angel, has the only pumpkin spice vape that I've ever tried, that I've ever liked. Their pumpkin will be available September 11th. Yeah.
So football starts in 2 weeks, huh?
Football is in 2 weeks, Wendy. So yeah, we did put a post up in the Facebook group if you're interested in playing fantasy football again this year, or for the first time. This will be I thought it was our 6th season. Wendy and I looked it up. It's our 5th season. So 5 years of playing fantasy football. Everybody did get their fantasy football prizes finally. Yay!
I did get everything out.
Took a little while, but everybody got everything.
Everybody should have had everything delivered by Monday.
Yeah, and the thing is, too, and we've said this before, with the fantasy football, we don't have sponsors for it. It's all stuff that Wendy buys, on her own. And it's not, you're not going to get the latest, up-to-date, fantastic $300 mod. But, it's yeah, it is.
I sent out good stuff.
It is what it is. Yeah, you're not paying to play, so.
I did mean to get it out much sooner, but it just I had a lot of it here already to go 3 months ago, and I just finally got my act together. Yes.
Yep, Albie got his T-shirt from January. We wanted to wait, make sure he had it for this football season, that he didn't wear it out during the summer. Yeah. So, So yeah, if you're interested, there is a post up. We are going to be doing, like I said, the Albie said everyone this year in fantasy football gets a double. Hey, if Albie's willing to buy it for everybody, most
Hey,
definitely. That's
ante
fantastic.
up, baby.
That's great, Albie. Speaking of double barrel, I did get some new stuff since we were on last. I did get the detonator from Squid. Their detonator mod. I think it's an absolutely fantastic mod. I've been loving it. Had it for what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. Whenever it got released. Joe, what's up?
I got it right at pre-order point.
Yeah. We got Wendy ordered it pre-order. Thank God, because as soon as it got released, every one of them sold out. I got their new Addy as well. I think I might have talked about that on the show before, though. Their Chief King Addy. I did get the Freemax Fireluke Mesh Pro Tank. This is the first mesh coil that comes in a double or a triple coil. Flavor in it is absolutely fantastic, even better than the regular Fireluke. I just started using this Friday, last week. I have the double coil in it, and loving the flavor in this thing. So I put whenever I get anything new like this, I always use West Coast Chino. Wendy got a new mug.
I did.
I always try it out with West Coast Chino because that's my all-time favorite vape, and it just the flavor in it's pretty spot on to a dripper, to be honest with you. So, before we get into some of our sponsors, there was one other thing that happened of recent that I wanted to talk about. And if you'll see on our page there, right down below Wendy's and my picture, the nice new required nicotine warning from the FDA that you have to have. And I've noticed, and I'm not saying anything negative against anybody. My understanding is that needs to be there if you're broadcasting a vape show. And I'll show you why. So this is the warning. This is all it says. This is required now on the front and the back of all your e-liquid bottles. It has to be 30% the size of the label. This is why the majority of companies have went to the Gorilla bottles, because you just can't fit it on the labels with the glass bottles. It doesn't give you much room. But this is who is required the nicotine warning. So if you're a manufacturer and wholesale vape products and you're promoting your brand or promoting your product, you have to have that label. If you're a wholesale retailer and you're promoting a brand or a product or a store, you have to have that label. If you are an influencer, which I would take that as somebody who's doing a show and talking about products, a vape model, a group shill, I'm not sure what that is, and you are paid or receive compensation for promotion, you're promoting a brand, a product, or a store, you need that warning. If you are just regular Joe Schmo consumer, and you're posting up a hand check or showing off your new mod or whatever, you're not required that warning. So basically, the way I take that, and from talking to folks who are in the know, as if I were, let's say I was to put up a hand check for, I don't know, Boosted, let's say Boosted. I have no affiliation with Boosted. They don't sponsor my show. They don't send me anything. I'm not getting, a free product to be able to post up. I'm just doing it because I bought it at a vape shop and I liked it. I don't need that. But if I were to be doing that for Infamous or Guardian Angel or Liberty or Great Falls or any of the other new sponsors that we have coming up in the next couple weeks, then I would need that required check. So I'm just saying, if you are doing a vape show, you probably should have that warning on there. So
Joanna and I are talking about mugs.
Really? We can stop the show and you guys can.
No.
Okay. And I don't know how many folks are aware of that, and that's what the regulations are, or whatever. And what happens if somebody doesn't do it? If you're a manufacturer or something like that, I'm sure the FDA can fine you or give you a warning or whatever. As far as somebody just doing a vape show, I don't know, but I don't want to be the one that has to find out.
Yeah, me neither. Like,
Yeah,
if it affects our show or our channel or anything.
It's a shame that that requirement is needed at all. You know, I'm gonna get on my advocacy soapbox here for a little bit. A couple things happened in the last couple weeks that have kind of, on a personal level, that I found really, as far into vaping as we are now, that it's been around for 10 plus years, that there's an estimated 10 million plus vapers in this country, an estimated 6 million plus have used it to help quit smoking. Despite all that, despite all the positive things that have come out of the vape industry, I'm still blown away by how much negative is remembered. Case in point, had to go see a new doctor a couple weeks ago. So Wendy goes with me. Now, I've never seen this gentleman before in my life. Had to see him for something that was going on. So I... okay, so to the person who messaged me about posting in a group, if that company sent you liquid under the guise that you would post it up and help promote them, yes, by law, you should have that warning. Is the FDA going to know? I don't know, dude. I'm just telling you what the requirement is. So, but yeah, back to the doctor. So, had to see this new doctor, bright, intelligent, younger doctor, talking about what was going on. You know, he seemed very knowledgeable, and I was right there with him. And then he starts going over my medical history, and he says, "Do you smoke?" And I said, "No." And he said, and I was wearing my Giant Vapes shirt. And he says, "I'm judging by your shirt that you vape." And I said, "Yes, actually I do." And he goes, "Okay." He says, "I just have to tell you because it's my duty to tell you." He says, "There has been some newer evidence coming out that shows there might be a tie-in between bladder and kidney cancer and vaping. It's relatively newer stuff that's coming out, so I don't know a lot about it. And of course, there's always popcorn lung." And
I almost fell off my chair.
Ask Wendy. I said, "You lost me at popcorn lung, bud."
As soon as that came out of his mouth, I know my jaw was on the floor, but I had this moment of terror waiting to hear what was going to come out of Jay's mouth. Because I thought we might just walk out the door right then. Because he did not, well, Jay has a way of talking to you that sometimes sounds a little meaner than it actually is. And being that it's a brand new relationship you're fostering with a physician who's trying to help you, if you get all ruffled and loud, they might just be like, "Okay, so bye." So yeah.
Well, as a matter of fact, Aaron,
there was some educated.
That doctor did get educated, and I will give this doctor props because he listened to everything I said. So basically, I told him, I said, "Look, I got to talk to you about this popcorn lung thing," and he's like, "All right." And I said, "In the entire history of mankind, there's been 6 people diagnosed with popcorn lung, and all 6 of those people worked at a facility that manufactured microwave popcorn, and they believe that it came from a chemical in the microwave, in the butter, called diacetyl. And diacetyl is present in a lot of e-liquids. However, the amount of diacetyl in a cigarette is over 9,000 times greater than what it is in any e-liquid. And nobody's developed popcorn lung from smoking." And he goes, "I wasn't aware of that." He says, I just know that I've heard, you can get popcorn lung from vaping." And I said, "But you as a physician should not be telling people that unless you know for sure that that is a truth. Because people are going to believe what you say as a physician." So he actually thanked me for setting him straight on it.
Did he apologize?
He did apologize. He said that his mother-in-law actually used vaping to help quit smoking. And he did say, "As a physician, I have to tell you that the evidence is just not there yet to support whether it is the long-term effects are okay or not okay. He said anything you take in your lungs that's not normal air, you're taking a risk. And he is right about that. He is 100% right about that. But he did hear me out. He did, give me the opportunity to explain, what popcorn lung was. But the minute he said it, I was like, "Here we freaking go!"
I looked at Jay.
Like it just came out of his mouth, and I said, "You lost me at popcorn lung, bud."
I looked at the doctor, and I looked back at Jay, and I was like, "What happens next is going to determine whether or not we ever come back here, or if your problem even gets resolved, because he probably won't go any farther."
Oh, if he wouldn't have been open to discussing it, or if he would have been insistent, yeah, I would have left. I wouldn't found a new doctor.
And what's even more messed up is, because of what I do for a living, I knew the front desk lady, and the last thing I would have wanted was to have to walk back out of there and be like, "Okay, well, we won't be coming back again. The doctor doesn't like us anymore."
Real quick, let's jump off that. Daniel, I would love to help you out with that.
Oh no, I've got people helping Daniel.
Okay, yeah. Without seeing it, I really, it could be so many different things.
There are people that.
Good. So folks are helping them. That's awesome.
Yeah. There's at least a couple people that said that they know MechMods.
So that was the first thing, and then driving to work, I listened to a local talk station, and the DJ that was on there, I actually know her from back in my band days. But she was talking about she wanted to quit smoking. She had considered vaping, but she feels that swapping one vice for another, so she's not sure about it. So this guy calls in, who is supposed to be some... I don't know if he was a chemistry professor, or he was a professor of some kind of... one of the sciences at one of the local colleges, who proceeds to tell her that vaping is just as bad, if not worse, because nicotine is known to lead to heart disease and cancer. Now, this is a radio show that's going out to thousands of freaking people, and this guy just told a complete fallacy. Nicotine is known to increase your heart rate at the instant you use the nicotine, but no more so than caffeine. And nicotine has never, ever, 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 ever been proven or shown to cause cancer.
It's the tar.
But
right?
It's all the
other carcinogens.
It's the other 7,000 chemicals in a cigarette that cause the cancer. Yes, nicotine is not a cancer causing agent. But my whole point is now this goes out onto the radio, and I don't know how many people are listening to it, but let's just say there's 100 people listening. That's 100 people now who
have been miseducated.
Have heard, exactly, who have been miseducated and are going to believe that because that's what this professor said. And of course, he's a professor and he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, he must, because he's a professor.
And I tried calling in, and the phone just kept ringing busy and busy and busy and busy because they get a lot of phone call. So I never even got to talk to this lady and set her straight. But it's mind-boggling to me that this is still an issue. That is still an issue about popcorn lung. We have customers come in all the time who want to try vaping, but they're afraid because I've heard there's antifreeze in it, and I hear you could get popcorn lung from it, and I hear there's this new thing called wet lung now that you can get from it, and I'm just like, oh my god, man, it's frustrating, and I saw something this week that made me realize that the whole face of vaping, we really made a mistake as an industry by allowing vape models and some advocates or some reviewers or God bless Grim Green for everything he's done for vaping and Rip Trippers and all these people. But we made the mistake by making some of those people the face of vaping. This is what should be the face of vaping, folks. Right? Let me get rid of this here and this here. This should have been the face of vaping all along. I saw this week, and it reaffirmed the fact that this industry is really, forget the clouds, forget the mods, forget all these fancy things that you can get and buy. Trish, what's up, darling? This is what the face of vaping should have been all along and should start getting back to. This lady smoked for 70 years and was able to finally quit with the help of vaping. It's
What a sweetheart.
70 freaking years, man. I'm blown away by this.
She smoked for 70 years?
Yep.
Holy crap. What did she start when she was 1?
Well, I would imagine she's probably in her mid to late 80s, and she probably started as like a teenager. But this is where the face of vaping should have always been. It should have never been vape models and vape advocates and vape reviewers and people who could blow big clouds and all that other thing.
Well, hindsight's 2020.
This is true.
If you knew what was going to end up happening, maybe you would have approached it differently. But who knew that all of this was going to come like crashing down? I mean, it's not completely crashed down, but it's certainly under scrutiny and in some ways you could say attack. But who knew that it would ever get like this, and that those things would end up being considered unfortunate mistakes.
It's sad because the face of vaping right now, according to the media, is teenagers. That's the face of vaping right now. Teenagers using jewels and jeweling and
oh jeez.
That's the face of vaping today, and we get it all the time in our shop, and anybody who works in shop, Tisha can tell you, with their shop, anybody who works in a shop, you get those folks that come in that, are a little bit up there in age, 70, 80 years old, that are still looking, who have for 50 years been trying to quit and can't find it. And then you get them set up, and they come in a week, 2 weeks later, and you ask them how it's went, and they're like, I haven't had a cigarette in 2 weeks. I get goosebumps every time that happens, man. It's amazing to me that's not what the FDA focuses on, it's all this other bullshit, busy. Yeah, we were just talking about the FDA compliance stuff there, Tish. But yeah, it just it amazes me that the focus is on the kids and all this with the media, and not on the fact that Grandma has tried quitting for the last 30 years, and she's used Chantix 3 different times, and she's tried acupuncture, and she's tried hypnosis, and she's tried the patch and the gum, and Grandma just keeps smoking. But hey, we got her this vape pen last week, and she hasn't had a cigarette since.
Well, and that's why I don't know if you guys remember, before we went on hiatus, I bought 4 really nice starter kits.
Yeah, and they're old school starter sets, but
they're perfect for that kind of situation, where you've got somebody who's kind of not sure, they want to just try it, and like you've always said, every cigarette you don't smoke is a win. So if you try it and it's it gets you going, and then you advance to something a little bit bigger, it's a stepping stone. I would I still want to give those out this season, and put them to good use. So we'll just have to figure out a fair way to do it. But I can try and figure out where I order them and see if I get some more. They're really nice. I just looked at them again the other day when I was reorganizing.
I used to carry stuff, to help people out, on the spur of the moment. But what I do now, just instead of carrying stuff, I'll be like, look, here's my number. Give me a call. We'll get you set up with something. I have given away so much stuff over the years.
Oh my God.
Milo just said it'll be 7 years in March or in January for him,
That's
and
fantastic.
it'll be 8 years in March for me.
Wow. Yeah, you had your first heart attack.
Yeah.
Was July 11, 2010. You quit right after that,
Yep.
but you still had another heart attack anyway. So
Um, but yeah, I've piffed a lot of stuff, a lot of e-liquid,
you've given
a
away a
lot
lot of
of
your mods,
mods.
a lot of
Wendy and I
liquid.
went out and bought starters setups for people.
Hmm.
Excuse me.
Don't die. Yeah,
Um,
we have, I mean, literally shipped boxes of liquid to people, family, non-family. You know, we used to throw liquid into stuff we were shipping out. Like before there were issues with charging something
Thanks, Sean.
for giveaways. We didn't want to get anybody in trouble by stuffing the liquid we got into their into boxes and having it show up somewhere. But
Yeah, absolutely, Dom. Excuse me.
that's awesome.
Yeah, the Nick salts with some of the old like ego spinners and stuff like that. With those old tanks, man, worked fantastic. Um, 2 weeks smoke free. That's awesome. Yeah, like I said, those are my favorite customers. I would. It's not my shop, so obviously, anybody who's in business obviously wants to make money, regardless of what it is. And it's nice when you have the customer that comes in and buys the brand new mod set up, and spends $200 or $300. But my favorite customers are those ones, like I said, that are they know they have to quit. Their doctor just told them if they don't quit, they may not be here next year, and they're desperate. They've tried everything and nothing's worked, and I tried one of those little pen things 6 years ago and it didn't work for me. The advances in vaping with starter kits today compared to what it was when I started are just night and day. And just to have them come in, after a week or two and say, we have a mother and a son. The mom's in
Oh,
her
I know
late
your.
60s. Yeah, you were there. You met. Mom's in her late 60s, maybe even early.
Be careful. She watches the show.
She,
Let's just say late 50s.
yeah.
And her
Well, I'm
son's
just
like
I'm just going by her son because
her son's like 20.
her son's my age.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
But
so
it's
she.
funny because he came in and he got a setup and started to quit smoking, a while ago, and then got her a setup and she quit. So now, like, she'll come in and buy, like, he'll give her a list of what to buy, for liquid wise. And she's always coming in saying, "Yeah, I bought this one for myself last week, and he stole it from me, so I need to buy another one." They're always like swapping liquids back and forth with each other and all, and it's just awesome that every time she comes in, she's so upbeat and happy now, and yeah, just those are my favorite customers. I just love dealing with those people. Um,
Yeah, they're really nice people.
yeah.
It's so cool to meet people.
And the Nick salts,
That
I agree with you, John. They're not for me. I don't. I haven't ever. It sucks because our customers will be like, "Well, how's this one? How's this one?" I don't know. I've never tried Nick salt. It's not for me. I don't need 48 milligrams of nicotine. Um, I take that back. I lie. I have tried Nick salts in the Juno. I have used the Juno. Uh, but other than that, yeah, I haven't tried the Nick salts. I think they have their place, and their place is for closed systems, mouth to lung type thing, to help people quit smoking. Unfortunately, the majority of Nick salt is being purchased by 18, 19, 20 year olds. Um, so yeah, but so how about we talk about one of our sponsors? Who would you like to talk about? And
that's totally up to you,
so,
dear.
Tish, I am so glad that you jumped in, and it's nice to see you. And I miss you and Hoppy broadcasting. Hoppy needs to come back to the broadcasting thing. So, we got to see them. Where were we? We saw them not too long ago. Cleveland, the
Was it
Cleveland show.
Cleveland?
Yep,
I was just thinking about
Cleveland
that.
show was the big hanger, right?
With a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, that was the Cleveland show.
Yeah, because Foxwoods was definitely not that, and those are the only two trips we took this year, so it had to be Cleveland. I was thinking about that earlier. Like, it seems like last year already that we went, but it was really
Yeah,
this
yeah, it
year.
wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
It was like 4 months
Yeah,
ago.
we need to get Hoppy on here because Hoppy is a big time football fan,
Ah,
and I believe Hoppy is a big time Eagles fan. I
really?
think he is.
There are a
Yes.
lot of Eagles fans around here.
Well, Hoppy's not from PA, so
Well, you're not from New Orleans and you like the
yeah.
Saints.
Um,
Everybody's got their favorites.
but yeah, we have to have some football banter with Hoppy on here. We'll have to get him on as a guest one week.
So
So
when would the first Pick'em challenge be then? 2 weeks
two
from
weeks from
now?
tonight.
Okay.
2 weeks from tonight.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reach out to Hobby. We're gonna have to get him on. Don, hello.
New people.
Well, welcome in.
We're just back from a hiatus. This
Yeah,
is our first show since
yeah,
like what, June something?
yeah. I think we took off all
I think it was.
July and most of August.
Yeah.
So,
Hopefully we took enough of a break that we won't take any weeks off coming up here ahead.
so speaking of football, how about we talk about Guardian Angel a little bit? Speaking of football,
Sure.
last year we've done a pick'em challenge every year for the last 4 years, I believe. I don't think we did that the first year. And we've had different sponsors every year. This year, we are happy to say that Guardian Angel will be back as our Pick'ems challenge sponsor. They had a great time doing that last year. We had Kevin on the show. He took us on one week, and they are back. So for those of you that are not familiar with Guardian Angel, they have an excellent lineup that consists of Shorty, Baby Cakes, and PIC. Shorty is a strawberry shortcake with a little bit of a twist. Instead of the shortcake, they've removed that and they have a buttery biscuit. Yeah, Mr. Crispers, I get that, but it's there, brother.
Everybody will get used to
Yeah,
it.
you'll get used to it. Baby Cakes is a vanilla cupcake with a cream cheese frosting. That one's fantastic as well. And the PIC is a pistachio ice cream with a nice caramel drizzle. They also have redone their bottles just like everybody else. And they are now available in the Chubby Gorillas.
And with that being said, they do still have a limited supply of 60 ml glass. If you go and go on their website and look in their liquids, it's like on this, it trails into like page 2. They may not have every nickel level, but they're $10 bottles. While supplies last. So, I mean, if you vape 3 and they have 0 and 6, you can certainly, mix it up and get your 3. But it's worth a look,
And and they are bringing back that. Like I said, they have one of the only pumpkin vapes I've ever tried that are like. I'm not a big pumpkin fan of anything, but they have one that is actually called pumpkin. And what it is actually the baby cakes with just a hint of the pumpkin spice. I think that's why I like it, because it's just enough there that if you didn't know it was pumpkin spice, you'd know it's a familiar flavor, but not be able to nail it down because it's that light.
I'd be like, that's so
Yeah.
familiar. I know what that is. That's what you do to me, because for those who don't know, like, I never smoked ever. I mean, I tried cigarettes here and there, like when I was in college, and if I'd go out to like a bar and get really drunk, I might smoke one. But I would always like hack up a lung, But to support him and to not be a complete hypocrite, I started to vape zero nic. And I mean, I don't do it all the time. I do it every now and then. And I will take a hit off of his every now and then if he wants me to taste something, and he's still at 3. But it's sometimes I'll taste it and it's like, that tastes really familiar.
Let me just address something real quick. So,
Sure.
For those of you that weren't in earlier, we did talk about the labeling and the new requirements and what have you. And for those of you that don't know what that is, because I know somebody said, Sean said it's in Vape News magazines on every freaking page. That's the requirement. If it's an advertisement or anything to promote, it has to be there.
It ain't pretty, but it's necessary.
Yeah. And as far as hey, what's up, Hoppy? Tell him I said who dat. And as far as the bottles go, like Tish said, it has to be on the front and the back. It has to be 30% of the size of your label, which is why everybody is going to the Chubby Gorillas, because you just, if you have the normal label like this and you're taking up 30%, that doesn't leave a lot of room for your logo and your name and all that stuff. Some of the other requirements now is it has to have the flavor profile on it. It has to have a batch number. It has to have where it was manufactured. It has to have the address of the place that it was manufactured. It has to have a lot number. It has to have what's some of the other requirements? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Hold on. Still has to have the Prop 65 warning, or 64 or whatever for California. Still has to have what else? For sale in the U.S. only. That has to be on there. Leanne, what's up?
My bestie's here.
Hi. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff to fit on one of the small labels, which is, like I said again, why everybody is going to the Chubby Gorillas, because it just gives a lot more room. Yeah, it can only be sold in the U.S. That has to be on there. So it's all that stuff, that every manufacturer had to have, all their labels redone. There are manufacturers that had to throw out thousands and thousands of dollars worth of labels and profile. It's got to be on your profile cards. We're hearing it's even got to be, if you're a company that has a T-shirt, it's even got to be on the T-shirt.
Yeah, now that would look silly, but yet,
But yet, if you think about it, if you've ever seen a tobacco, like a Marlboro shirt or whatever, it has the tobacco warning on it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Got it.
So
I've been trying to kill this stupid freaking fly. It's been flying all over my face. Finally got it.
So yeah, it's just a lot of stuff that every manufacturer had to go through to get. And the other thing is the FDA for a large part of the time was really vague in what it was they really wanted. So I don't think anybody really had it nailed down till like 3 or 4 months ago of what exactly it was that the FDA wanted with the labels. Some folks were putting it on just the front. Some folks were putting it on just the back. Some folks... The other requirement is, that if you have a dark label, it's got to be a white background. If you have a light label, it's got to be a white back or a dark background. Just all kinds of stupid stuff. So
you'd have to, if Leanne wants in, you're gonna have to get her on VC.
We can try, but she's on her phone, so.
Oh.
Yeah, she's not.
Oh yeah, they're traveling tomorrow too, so she might not really want to stay up that late. I heard you might need a tub seat. I have 2 available. They're $5.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Damn.
This is why I love working for her.
And this is why she's my best friend.
Yeah. But you just offered her a tub seat because she
made me.
She's old and falls in the shower.
She hurt herself today. A tub seat could be your solution.
Good night, Joanne. It's good seeing you again, dear.
Wait, what? Joanne?
Joanne's leaving.
Aww. Let me know if you can't get that cat cup. I'll try and, next time I go down by Cracker Barrel, I'll try and grab you one.
Tish, we are not going to the show this weekend, dear.
Oh, is that the Virginia one?
Yeah. In Richmond. We
have 8 kids, as most of you know, but it's almost like we have no kids because everybody's so busy with like their lives that we can't get any of them here to stay with our dog. And since our other dog died, he's been a real asshole. So I don't even I'm petrified to try and board him at my sister's alone.
Yeah, since
he is going to be a total moron.
Leanne says she got kicked off and didn't hear what we said.
Which part? Yes, tub seat.
Yes. Wendy is offering you a
high quality tub seat.
Yeah. It wasn't me. Wendy offered it.
It was Jay's idea.
It was not my idea.
It was. I'm sorry you hurt yourself. How are you going to drive?
She's not. I think that was the whole plan.
Oh.
I think it was the plan.
Really?
Yes.
Dude. Yes. There are two of them. Yeah.
So.
No, I'm really sorry. That sounds really painful. I'm glad Jay was able to help. So. Yeah, I'm happy to be back. It's been a while. We just, thought it was a good time to kind of pull back a little bit. Some viewership was starting to kind of taper. Summertime, people have things to do, and there's better things to do than watch us. In the summer.
This is our. We were talking about this on the drive home. So this is. I taped her toes so tight it hurt. It's gonna hurt. It's broke. What do you expect? This is our 6th year of broadcasting, 5th year of OFA, right?
Yeah, I think that's in our 5th fantasy football season.
In our 5th fantasy football season, yeah. And
I don't know how many. We were talking about, trying to keep it to one league this year. If we don't get enough to make 2, or even if we do, maybe to just spin it for random to make it one league of like 12 managers, just so it's not so much at the end to try and put together, because that was part of it too. It's like I want to, buy all the things, but I had to do for the Pick'em, Survivor, the other one, and 3 managers for each league. So I had 9 different things going on, and I didn't want to slight
anybody. And of course, Albie was bitching about his shirt the whole time. So
you knew we had it. You wore it. It was just sitting here.
Leanne thinks I taped her toe hard because she made me work hard.
But did he tape him before he had to do the work?
I did. So.
Aw, you're gonna make her lose a toe, man.
I'm not gonna make her lose a toe.
Did you put a splint on it?
No, I buddy taped it.
Taped it.
That's what you look up. I broke my toe. What should I do?
Is that what you did?
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Oh my God.
Amputation. Oh, anticipation. I thought she said amputation. I was like, yeah, we could try that.
Oh my God.
You don't need that second toe anyway.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. That's awesome.
So, yeah, we did say we were going to do a giveaway from Guardian Angel.
Oh, you did? Did you?
We did. And we talked about Guardian Angel.
Yes.
And then you went off on some tangent about tub seats and...
Oh, that was totally my fault.
Yes.
I apologize profusely. Okay, so let me put the links back out here again. And again, they do still have glass on clearance for $10 for 60 mils. The giveaway we're doing tonight is for a code for 75% off up to 3 bottles with free shipping. But these are not on the clearance glass, okay? Don't try and use the coupon on the clearance glass, because it won't happen.
Did you see what Leanne typed?
What? You went for a pedicure with a broken toe.
I told her that she should have them do just 9 and see if she could get a discount.
Albie, it's not Jay's fault, it's my fault. If there's nothing y'all are used to yet about me being slow...
Albie, I will say that is a negative, sir.
I should have just had it shipped straight
because
to him.
I recall you typing something about, I got Jay something for his birthday. I'm sending it out next week. And my birthday was in April. So, just saying.
Anyway. Oh, wow. I have to do a random, don't I? I need to open a new window. Hold on, folks. Oh, so we got a new router. I splurged. I got like a really freaking expensive freaking router. So this thing's got like 3 antennas sticking off it. It looks like something from the future. It's so cool. And we have an extender.
Well, considering the router you had was from the 80s, this definitely is from the future.
It was not from the 80s. Not even close. Random numbers. Random. Where's my randomizer? Hold on a second. I thought this would take me right to where I wanted to go. Random lists. Random generator. God darn it.
Wow, just you take your time there.
Dude, calm down.
A DSL router. No, it's dial-up. What are you talking about, Milo? We live in a backwoods country kind of town. We're the best. Their top of the line internet speed is, I believe, 7 up or 7 up and like 42 down. You know, something ridiculous like that.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got my randomizer. Okay, so again, this is for Guardian Angel. This is for 75% off up to 3 bottles, regular price bottles, with free shipping, U.S. only, not on clearance. Okay? So
fiber optic in our town? Are you kidding me? At the rate our town goes, we should have fiber optic by the time my grandson graduates in 2031.
2031. John M.
John M wins Guardian.
John M wins Guardian.
Nice. I've missed John. I haven't talked to him in a while. Yeah, our internet speed is super slow.
We're like one step down from the Nighthawk. I wanted to get the Nighthawk.
I thought that's the one you got.
It's a Netgear. I have a box.
Oh, so you did what you normally do.
What?
Where you
say, not generic.
Where you say, "What do you think of this? Is this a good one?" And I say yes, and you don't get it.
Number 2 is the real Sean. John is piffing.
How's this look on me? Does this look nice? Okay, well, I'm not gonna buy it.
You know what? I'm gonna come over here and jab this straw right down your throat.
Yeah, you better not. That's illegal in California.
It's not California.
You can go to jail for using a straw in California.
I'll chop it up in little pieces before I throw it away. Sean!
Sean's biffing.
Albie's next.
Look at that. Leanne says, "I speak of the truth." Wendy,
I hear your words.
See, this is... Everybody knows that Jimmy and Leanne are bestest friends. I am so glad that Leanne is rubbing off on Wendy. Because, like, Wendy would... It come time for new tires. Wendy would piecemeal tires. She'd go to the used tire place, buy the right passenger tire for $25. Next week, buy the left passenger tire for $35, and not matching, by the way.
They matched.
We were the only people in town to be riding around with 4 different tires in our car.
Listen, Buster.
So when we got the Ford, Leanne finally convinced Wendy that it was important to buy 4 brand new matching tires.
I got tires. I like, well, it's not 1-ply, it's 2-ply, but they're very thin.
Yeah. The 2-ply don't even equal 1-ply.
Sheep would be pulling the plies apart and using them. Or not using toilet paper at all, but rather wiping with cloths and laundering them.
We are far from a poor family. We live comfortably, but it's not because Wendy saved 39 cents on the toilet paper, let me tell you.
I like my Scott. I don't like fluffy toilet paper.
Yep.
Sticks to everything.
This paper towel roll's only 89 cents. Of course, you have to use 18 sheets to soak anything up.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, but we only paid 89 cents for it.
Wow. That's okay.
Everybody's piffing. Why is everybody piffing Guardian Angel?
I'm not sure. It's the first giveaway since we came back.
Leanne thinks you hate your butt.
I hate my butt. I love my butt.
So now, thanks to Leanne's influence, I have my own dedicated toilet paper for me. I don't have to use that stuff anymore.
No, Jay gets the plush stuff, and I get the, one ply thin paper, stuff. But that's okay. I'm happy with that.
So, I have a sensitive butt.
Oh, come on.
He says
My butt's worth $249.
I think your butt's worth a lot more than that.
Oh, thank you.
Apparently you don't.
I'm totally good with it. Leanne, would you like some Guardian Angel
Where
to
else?
have as a winner?
Yeah.
Where else what?
Where else can you go and hear about everybody's toilet paper habits?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's a good problem to have. You want to win? Cool. Okay.
I have no
Well,
comment
since like
for that.
7, 1, 2, 3, and I was 4th. View Live was 5th. Evil was 6th. Nightbot was 7th. Tisha was 8th. Leanne was actually 9th in line, and she's actually accepting.
Wow, I'm really surprised that so many people piffed.
Yeah, me too.
That's usually
There wasn't many people after her. I was running out of options. I was just gonna tuck it away for next week. Oh man.
So.
Well, just send us an email at ohmfieldadvantageshow@gmail.com within 24 hours with your screen name, real name, and yeah.
Well, Sean, without getting too graphic, I have surprised myself a time or two with it. Hello.
Oh, that is too much information. Thank you for oversharing on that one. Now, Leanne just threw a curveball. She said, now I have to give away 2 bottles of Infamous to make up for it.
Oh, that's awesome.
I could do that.
Thank you, Leanne. You mother efforts aren't allowed to piff it. Ironically, I don't think anybody will piff the Infamous.
Oh, that would be something to piff it right here while she's in the room. So what size bottles? Are they 60s?
Yes.
All right.
So, I do not have Infamous graphics up yet because, well, there's reasons. But I can run down the profiles real quick.
Yes.
So, we will start with East Coast VC is a vanilla custard, but it's more of an ice cream-based custard. Jimmy created that after a place out in Cleveland, Ohio, called East Coast Vanilla Custard. And Leanne and Jimmy have taken us there a couple times, and the liquid is spot on for that custard. Yeah.
It made me quit Atkins for like a week. It was that good.
The next one, East Coast VC, would be. I'm trying to go in alphabetical order, and I've already screwed it up. So no, I've already screwed it up. Coventry, which is our most popular flavor. It is a casada cake. Yep. And what is that, Wendy?
Strawberries and whipped cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Mayfield would be the next one. What is Mayfield?
Chocolate caramel custard.
Chocolate caramel. Kind of like a Milk Dud Rolo type flavor.
Yes.
Tough cookie.
A snickerdoodle cookie.
A snickerdoodle cookie.
I feel like I'm like on a quiz show.
Trill.
Blackberry strawberry custard.
Correct. That is our second bestseller.
That's
actually.
Leanne's all-time favorite.
That is Leanne's all-time favorite. Yes.
And it is really freaking delicious.
And then
Chino.
The last one is West Coast Chino.
That's Jay's
That is probably the reason why I work for Infamous and am such great friends with Leanne and Jimmy. So I met Jimmy years ago. And at the time, East Coast, West Coast, Tough Cookie, OG, and oh my God, what's the other one that's not out anymore?
The apple one.
Yeah, Original Sin.
Yes.
So those were the flavors that they had, and Jimmy had given me them to try, and at the time, I wasn't a dripper.
He was a tanker.
And I was still using the old cart hose. So Infamous is very much a dripping line. And in the old cart hose, a lot of the flavors were kind of muted. I started dripping. like probably 2 weeks after Jimmy had given me these, and I ran.
It made the world a
Yeah,
difference.
I ran into Jimmy the next time, and I literally apologized to him. I said, I tried it the first time, and I felt the flavors kind of muted, and then I was like, oh my god. And West Coast Chino was the one that just I could not get enough of that. So at the time, I used to hit up Jimmy and I'd be like, hey, if you're gonna be in Hazleton, if you're coming down that way, I need to buy some West Coast Chino.
It was so
Yeah.
it was so weird back then.
Yeah,
Like you
so
couldn't order anything.
These were the days, yeah, that people were still, selling out of their backpacks and stuff like that, long before the manufacturing and all this. So that's kind of how Jimmy and I got to become such great friends, and I just to this day it is my all-time favorite vape. I absolutely love it. I vape it every day.
Every day.
It's part of the reason why I work at Infamous, so I don't have to pay for it.
It's the perks of the job.
But actually, when I first started there, I remember going into Leanne's office, be like, "Can I buy a bottle of Infamous?" But yeah, it's just I think everybody has those flavors where they just absolutely fall in love with, and for me that is just West Coast Chino. It's my everyday vape. I vape stuff throughout the day, other stuff. I love all the Infamous flavors, but West Coast Chino is that one. If I get a new tank or a new Addy or anything like that, West Coast Chino is the first thing that I vape through it, because
it's the standard.
I know it's the standard. Yeah, I know how it tastes. West Coast Chino is also the reason why I can't vape all zero nic, because I've vaped 3 milligram West Coast Chino for so long that zero nic just doesn't taste right to me. It's still great, but something's missing with it. So yeah, it's West Coast Chino is my
it's a sure thing. It's
flavor,
like
yeah.
I mean, like I said, I never see him without it. He fills up his little every morning. What are those things called?
The Easy Drippers.
Yeah. Don't you top that like at least 2 of them off every day with Chino before you
Well,
watch
one of them's Chino. Yeah.
Yeah. But
So,
it smells so good. I mean, sometimes he'll be blowing clouds over in the corner, and I'm like, what is that? And he's like, Chino, and I'm like, damn, that smells so good. But yeah, I'll tell you what, that it's been years now, and I mean, he never gets burnt out on it ever. So there's so many in the line. Like I could all day vape Tough Cookie. You know what I mean? It's just so delicious.
yeah, and like I love Coventry. That's Jimmy's go-to. Jimmy vapes Coventry nonstop. PJ used to vape Coventry nonstop, and I vape Chino nonstop. So.
Well, I'm going to drop some links here, and I am going to pull a random 1 bottle, 2 winners, U.S. only. And I'm guessing you'll give them a code to redeem for their bottle. You work that out?
Yeah, we'll get their info. We'll get it worked out. Tish, we don't have any butterscotch flavors, but what we do have in our lowbrow line is we have a butter rum.
Yeah.
It's a butter rum cake. To me, it tastes spot on to the butter rum Lifesavers.
Oh my goodness, they're so good.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites too.
Is that a fact? That's funny. Is that true?
That's our public nickname.
Oh.
I have some other nicknames for her, but yeah, we can't mention those in mixed company.
1 and 2, Albie and Emily.
Albie can't win it. Really?
I
got. Oh.
He might piff because he
So
just
I
said
have
his
to
shelf
step-
is so full.
Yeah, but I bet he doesn't piff Infamous. Watch.
He's got too many things and not enough space. I happen to know that Albie likes Tough Cookie. Albie and Emily. Bacon tits.
I did.
Did you show her that?
I don't know. The Infamous he'll take. See, I told you.
Okay.
I don't know if I don't think Leanne saw. I don't think I showed this to her.
Hold on a second. I'll
So-
send it to her.
I had said No, I have it right here. I'll put it
Oh.
back up on the screen. I had said the Windy sometime last week Do you remember when you used to send me like those risque pictures? You should do that once again.
Allegedly.
It's been so long. So she sends me the sexiest picture she can come up with, Leanne. This was it. Oh, hold on, wrong one. This was it. Wow, it takes a long time for it to come up on the screen.
It's not the Remington buckshot.
Yeah. This one here. That to me, that is the epitome of sexy right there.
Bacon and boobs.
Bacon and boobs. You can't.
Apparently, I didn't do it right though.
Leanne liked the buckshot.
She liked the bacon buckshot better. That's okay. That's all right. But it's thick cut bacon, Leanne.
That's yeah. Like.
Oh, it's funny.
That's what happens when you've been together for so long.
Yeah. I seriously.
Your whole idea of a risque, sexy photo completely changes.
Yep. Yep.
But Leanne, it was crispy bacon.
You can't make thick bacon crispy. It doesn't matter how long you cook it. Just so you know.
I do like floppy bacon. I don't like crispy bacon.
It's like meat, like the bacon that we got at David, what's the face, Prime. That really thick bacon hanging on the little whole thing with the deliciousness.
We'll let you guys figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Oh my goodness.
So.
Okay, so Albie and Emily, I dropped the winner's email information. You know the drill. You guys aren't new. You probably know our email by heart. The longest email
or
ever.
as John Q. Where is John Q?
Yeah, where is John Q?
Maybe he blew himself up with that mod, Wendy.
Don't even say that. Dude, so two of the winners posted pictures in our group, right? And he puts up like a complete itemization of everything that was in the box down to like the one vape band I put in there. And basically says that the thing he liked the best was the Millennium Falcon can opener. And that I put a mod in there that may or may not explode or something.
May or may not auto fire.
Auto fire.
Yeah.
And right then I was feeling.
So Wendy got the Council of Vapor.
I don't remember what it was called.
Oh, what the hell was it? It's the
it was really
triple
nice.
battery mod.
What's it called?
It's got 3 batteries. It takes 3 batteries.
I thought it was really nice. I did not know that.
Wendy bought it because she thought it was a nice mod. It looked really nice. Tempest. Thank you, Tempest. Emily. And it is so I really wasn't paying attention to what Wendy had gotten.
Because I didn't tell you.
This is kind of Wendy's thing. She likes to handle it.
Yes.
And it wasn't until after it was sent and John posted that I was like, oh.
When he calls me and he's like, did you do any research on that mod before you bought it? And I'm like, why would I? It was a mod. It was nice. I bought it. I bought 2 of them. I sent them to our #1 winners in both leagues. And he's like, yeah, well, I've been doing some reading. And I'm like, I mean, come on.
Jay never pays attention. Yeah.
That's kind of true.
That makes me sad.
That is not a lie. Yeah.
Depends on what.
It does depend.
I usually pay a lot of attention to you.
Yes, you've been very attentive, dear.
Thank you.
Yes,
Jay's
very attentive.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Jay has too much stuff going on at any given moment, so he has to spread the attention out pretty thin. And then, yeah. He doesn't pay attention to you? I don't believe it.
Now I are sad.
He talks about you constantly.
I are sad.
In a good way.
I think she was going to punch me this afternoon.
You probably deserved it.
She was talking about her toe, and she's like, yeah, who breaks their toe in the tub? And I said, well, did you know? I said, did you know, actually, that the majority of broken hips happen in a tub? And she's like, really? I said, yeah, of course, they're all over 65.
Aww. Is your fault that she broke her toe?
So I don't know how it's my fault. I was not around.
Well, you probably did something. I don't know what you did.
Jimmy says, did she tell you what she said when she broke her toe? And I said, no, what? And she goes, ow. I was like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense.
It does make sense. I was looking through these little pictures to see if there's any feet.
Leanne is a Saints fan. She doesn't like to admit it, but she is.
She doesn't know it. She really, really, really likes the Saints, though, I heard. Oh, I hear. This is for Leanne. She'll know what it means.
The Saints are playing the Steelers Christmas weekend, the 23rd, December 23rd.
That's for Leanne.
We need to get that video.
No, we don't.
I need to get that video.
We can save that for later in the season.
Get that video from Leanne and play it on here.
I hope she deleted it.
Yeah,
Maybe she lost it.
I can almost guarantee you Leanne still has that video.
Oh my God.
That video is probably going to get transferred from phone to phone to phone.
That should have gone viral by now. I don't know what happened.
That's on our page. That's on our Ohm Field Advantage
that.
page.
I still have that somewhere. Yeah. It's totally
They just
cool.
need to scroll down and find it.
They have to scroll a long way.
It's from a couple of years ago. But it is on our Ohm Field Advantage page.
Yeah, that was one of the best pictures of us.
She still has that video.
Damn it.
So Wendy has... Leanne has a excellent video of Wendy doing sign language for the blind.
Yes.
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 Wendy may or may not have been under the influence of a lot of alcohol at the moment.
Maybe. Yeah. It's possible. I'm not real sure. Can't really remember. If there wasn't video footage, I might not even believe it.
I think that's probably the hardest that the three of us have ever laughed.
I like cheap toilet paper. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh my God.
That's the amount of fingers that puncture through the toilet paper when you're trying to use it.
Oh my God.
Pretty much, unless you use a fist, your finger's going somewhere.
Too much. Wow.
And you guys waited 2.5 months for this.
Yeah, hey, welcome back. Oh my God.
That's alright.
So it's 10 of already. I can't even believe it. We are probably going to start regardless of whatever the schedule says, wherever the schedule is, because I haven't even seen a schedule or looked at a schedule for the network in months, probably even years, frankly. I don't even know who still broadcasts, when the shows are, if anybody's before us, if anybody's after us. I've completely lost track of all of that because we've just been kind of like on an island. But because of Jay's schedule, when he gets home, we have to eat. And we don't want to eat on camera. And he's still, there's, even as prepared as he is, we can't just, jam it down our throats and go live.
Which is pretty much what we did tonight,
Which
anyway.
is kind of, I had dinner ready. I had a pork roast, a Tuscan herb pork roast in the oven with rotini noodles and broccoli. He walked in the door. What the hell time did you get home? 9:30?
Somewhere around.
Yeah, because he had this, there's construction and traffic and stop for gas, blah, blah, blah. 9:30, in the door. I plated the food. 9:40, we're eating. 9:50, we're finished.
Poppy's from Tuscany.
At 10 o'clock, it's like a tall order to try and make the conversion, because the dog has stuff, and I had to go fix my face and change clothes because I cooked in something different, and, so that extra 15 minutes makes a world of difference for prep. It just kind of takes that edge off. So, I don't think there are that many shows on, honestly.
Honestly, there's...
Mod Envy's still on, right?
Yeah, and there's a lot of folks that broadcast on other channels besides YouTube. There's Cam Up and iVlog. There's a lot of vape shows on iVlog, actually. So there are still some folks around.
Yeah, we've been so busy with other things that I haven't even had a chance to see what else. I mean, it's not the old regime anymore. We're kind of one of the last.
Yeah, Mod Envy and us are probably about the
oldest shows
of the
still.
old school. Yeah.
Thank you.
Goodbye,
Leanne.
Have
Love
a great
you.
trip.
Yes. Be safe. Have fun. relax, try and get some rest.
Next time you'll have to get on your laptop so we can bring you on air.
Yes. And I'll see you next Friday, hopefully.
So there's of the old school. There's a couple of folks that were broadcasting back in the day that are broadcasting still or again, but not the same shows. I think
Right.
Mod Envy and us are probably the last two
That has
shows
been what we are
that
the whole
that
time.
have maintained the same name and the
Same theme. Yeah.
So, well, we would love to have Hoppy on one time during the season, after the season starts. And he could take me on in a pick'em challenge, and we can talk some smack and talk about you guys' line, because you guys have your own line as well. Tish and Hoppy do, called Overtime. I don't know how many folks here are familiar with that, but it's an excellent line. But yeah,
And just to kind of get up to date on things, we did talk about Birdie and Angel. We still have them on board for Pick'em for the whole season. For the Pick'em challenge, it's not going to be a 75% off code for the 3 bottles. It's going to be a $1. I think it's a $1.60 mil.
60, yeah, and that's what it was last year. Oh, you guys bought 2 more lines. I was not aware of that. I have to hit Hoppy up. We'll get you guys on.
We also have Great Falls sponsoring us still. We've got Infamous, we've got Liberty, and we have a couple of things that we're firming up. Because we want to have a nice, variety.
Couple of new sponsors.
We want to be able to fluctuate and not just have the same one week after week. So
and Wendy and I had talked about this as well. We don't want to just be a giveaway show. We kind of there was a little point there where we ended up having so many sponsors that we couldn't even get to them all in one night.
And if we did, it was like, cool, we did all 20 in one night.
Yeah, and
like every 5 minutes.
And while that's great for you as viewers to be winning that kind of stuff, it's not so. I don't feel it's fair to the sponsors.
Everything changed like 2 years ago when things couldn't be free anymore. It got so complicated that we lost 75% of our sponsors immediately, like overnight. And then we were down to such a small group of them that we were, every week after week, having the same ones over and over and over and over. And it started to kind of be a little taxing to them. So we lost a couple that way too. And then there was very little left. So we definitely backed off from it quite a bit, but I still like to do it, and it's nice when they're willing to do it. They still want to get out there and have people try their stuff, and there's lots of different people watching now, and people that haven't tried or even heard of certain lines. So
yeah. And you mentioned Great Falls was still with us.
Yeah,
we're going to have Jason Sierra we'll have on again this year.
Absolutely. They're very good friends.
Liberty has been with us since day one.
Oh, yeah.
I just talked to Ron
a couple days ago.
2 days ago. If anybody is going to Richmond for the show this weekend, Liberty will be set up there, so make sure you guys go check them out.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, look at who finally shows up.
You missed Leanne, buddy.
Yeah, John.
She was looking for you.
She came in here asking where John Q was.
Yep.
She even gave away some Infamous that you didn't win.
Yeah. 3 minutes till the end of the show, and here he is.
Yeah. And we have some other folks, like I said, that we're going to have on throughout the season. I talked to Eric Buss, the owner of Squid Industries, this summer, and talked to him about coming on the show this year. He definitely is up for doing that, wants to come on. And a few other surprises. So, yeah.
Yeah. We're so glad to be back. We appreciate that everybody was patient with us, and nobody really gave us a hard time the day that I posted that we needed to take a little bit of a hiatus.
Well, Albie gave us a little crap last week because he thought we were back last week.
He thought we were back because I put up a 7-day countdown, and at 10 o'clock he's like, "You're late," and I'm like, "You're early." You're like a whole week early. And he's like, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, really, we did miss everybody, and it's nice to see some of the names in here that you came back.
Yeah, and we had some new ones in tonight. And
Yeah,
who
and people helped each other, and everybody was really chill.
Who was the young lady that said this was her first time?
Dawn?
Dawn, is Dawn still here?
I'm not sure if she's still in the room.
Dawn, are you still here?
I hope I'm remembering that right.
Yeah, I think it was Dawn. Hopefully Dawn enjoyed the show.
But yeah, we had a list of things that we wanted to accomplish during the break. Looking at it now, fix the computer issues once and for all. I would say that we got there. Jay's using my dad's old computer. Old by old, I mean.
Well, I think also too switching. We started using OBS instead of XSplit.
We got rid of
XSplit. I'm actually kind of liking OBS. I think it's.
I said maybe.
A little bit easier to do the transitions with OBS, I think. So.
And we got the new router. We are working on a new intro for football season. And obviously, we have a lot more content now that the season is upon us, because that's what Jay likes to talk about the most in the whole wide world. I sent out all the stuffs that I owed my contest winners, which made me very happy. We reconnected, and we're working on expanding sponsorship and scheduling guests. I lost 10 pounds, not 20. I did not get a new curse book, although I do have some leads on some.
But it's been a while since we used it, so yeah.
Yeah.
Then we definitely will do words with Wendy before we leave.
And I got a new coffee cup. That wasn't on the list, but I got one anyway.
And Tish, I agree with you. I miss the old days of the vape shows, and when we were all at one place that we won't even mention. It was like a big hangout, and you could pretty much any time during the day, if you got on at 11 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, there was always somebody broadcasting. So yeah, I kind of miss those old days. So
yes, we are still doing Words with Wendy.
The new intro featuring the championship-bound mighty Green Bay Packers. John, I can't wait to see your show. That will be a fantastic intro for your show. We need to get John on one day or one week for the Pick'em Challenge to do it live.
John M or John Q?
Yeah. The after show chats were awesome. Doing the Google Hangouts. I mean, that was back when there was such a different vibe in the vape world back then. It was this whole community that everybody helped everybody and what have you, and we've so gotten away from that. Like I said earlier, we need to get back to where that is the face of vaping, where you have somebody who smoked for 70 years and finally was able to quit, and that's what we need to concentrate more on in this industry, and less on some of the drama and other BS that goes on. I am such in awe of that lady. It's just.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah. So. Who knows? Maybe we can get it back to that someday. So. We need Foreign Fellowship. You're damn right we do. So. But. All right. So let's do Words with Wendy. If you are easily offended, now would be a good time to say goodnight.
Yes. Fair warning. Yeah.
Yeah, we need an adult disclaimer. Forget the nicotine warning. We need an adult. This show is for adults only.
Yeah, this book is pretty crude, and I mean really crude. So yeah, pull up your big girl panties, or we'll see you next week.
You made me stop wearing big girl panties.
Okay, ready? I literally have not flipped this book open since the last show, which was at the end of June. So we'll see what happens here. I should have brought this book to work with me today. We had sexual harassment training. Did I freeze?
It looks like we froze. Hold on. We'll be back.
What happened?
There we are.
Unfroze.
Wait. Nope. Wait. Yeah.
You unfroze.
You're still froze. There you are.
What the hell?
You're not in screen.
I can't see.
Well, look.
I'm looking. What the hell's that say? Diaper beater?
Diaper beater.
Jesus. That's terrible. Why am I so crooked?
Albie, I'm not sure if the warning on the show has to be that big or not. I'm going to go with that's big enough for now until I'm told otherwise. Testicle tickler.
Oh, nice.
That's
a good one.
That is a very good one.
Oh, boy.
Scrotum slime.
Ew.
You don't want to be a testicle tickler and find scrotum slime, Wendy.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah.
Should that be the one?
What?
One more?
Do one more.
One more.
No, do another one. That one sucked.
Oh, bitch junkie. We'll go for the back.
Well, I guess if you're gonna have scrotum slime, you could get.
Like, that is just so gross. Oh boy!
Fortunately,
I love this book.
Fortunately, in my lifetime, I have never ever experienced anybody with that.
We'll go with scrotum slime.
Yeah, scrotum slime.
Kind of catchy.
I like testicle tickler better.
Oh well, of course you would like that.
Yeah. All right. So listen, we are glad that you guys are here, and we have missed hanging out with everybody, and look forward to another fantastic football season. Who dat? I need to work on a new intro. It will not include the Green Bay Packers. Just saying, John.
But it should.
But it should not.
Aw.
Yes. Yeah, you'll need
some pumpkin items.
Yeah, if you have the slime thing that Wendy was talking about, you may want to go see if you can find yourself some of this.
Oh my goodness.
So,
buckshot.
Not the buckshot. Not the condom. The monostat.
I don't think that works on scrotums.
No, the other one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Hey,
John.
That mole has helped him to get to where he is going to break the all-time passing yards record this year. So
it's like his lucky
it's
mole.
like a super mole.
Yeah.
But that is his superpower. You know, Samson it was the hair. Drew is the mole.
What's your superpower?
I don't have one that I'm aware of.
I think you do.
Wendy has a superpower that I joke around about all the time.
Yes.
I could be upstairs 6 rooms away and just pass a little gas, and Wendy will be like, "Did you just fart?"
I can't help it.
It's like super hearing.
I can always hear it. Always. Doesn't matter. You can try and be all quiet if you want to.
Without a Lombardi, hello Marino.
Ooh.
No, you know what? I get what you're saying there, but I would argue that Marino never had 5,000 yard season, did he? Yes, he did. Nope, I lied. Yes, he did.
The dog's awake.
Marino did have one 5,000 yard season. However, out of the 9 5,000 yard seasons, Drew has 5 of them.
I almost forgot we had a dog.
Yeah.
He was so good. And you were worried that he was going to be an asshole. I wish you could see him back there. He's rolling all around the floor. Look, a total idiot. Oh, now he's moaning and groaning.
What are you doing, dog?
Can you see him?
I can.
No, I mean on camera?
No.
He's back there on the... He's a black
Oh, there he
lab
is.
on the... Did I move over far enough?
Well, they can see him in the back of your camera. So, what's up, buddy?
Oh,
Now,
there goes the tail.
now he's going to be playing drums. Stop, 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 stop.
That's his tail whacking against Jay's desk.
So,
He's such a moron.
all
I love
right.
it,
So
dog.
we are going to jump off of here, and we want to thank everybody for hanging out. Tish, it was awesome seeing you, darling. I will hit you
Yes.
up offline and get to talking to you and Hoppy about getting you guys on here. And
We're super excited for this
we
season.
will be back next week. I was going to
Next
say next
season.
season. We'll be back next
We're just
season.
gonna skip. Yes, we will be back next week. Next week is The 31st. When is the draft? The 4th?
The draft will be September 4th. Yes.
Which is on a Tuesday.
If you're interested,
Go in on our Facebook page.
yes.
And find the post about fantasy football and put on there if you're interested. If we only get 12, we'll just make one league. If we get more than 12, we will draw random to set the managers. And we will
What's
do
up,
the
buddy?
draft the following Tuesday. And you can set it to auto draft too, so if you can't actually attend the live draft. Jay and I usually, if we only have one league, only one of us will play, probably him, and I'll just consult. If we do 2, which I would prefer not to, we'll both be owners.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how much interest. I think we already have more than 12 people already.
Do we? It didn't look like it was getting that much.
Yeah. Chinook, you are welcome.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
So you guys have a awesome night. Have a great week. We will see you guys next Thursday.
Yes.
As always, peace, love, who dat. And we will see you guys later.
Hasta la vista, babies.